Another episode of the series I call Teching You Out. Today I'm just going to walk you through the three top apps that I think you need for your small business, and I think they're going to be beneficial. One of them is geared specifically towards designers, interior designers, project managers, graphic designers, web designers, things of that nature, but two of them are going to be more universal for everyone. And I really think that you need to jump on board these three apps. So let's get right into it. Welcome to another episode of my series, Teching You Out. My name is Khloé George. I am a creative entrepreneur, friends lover, interior designer, lover of all things tech and digital, but most importantly, your new biz BFF. In this series, I will walk you through the ins and outs of the tech software you will need to automate, organize, and elevate your biz so you can get back to doing the things you love most, which is creating. So make sure to check it out. So welcome back, senoritos. Let's talk all things tech. Obviously, it is teching you out. But here are the three top tech apps you need right now for your business. If you are a designer or creative entrepreneur, designer, interior designer, graphic designer, artist, anything in the creative field, or even if you're not in the creative field, but you do own your own business and you are the hands-on of all of your business, here are the top three apps that I recommend for you. There are many apps out there, many tech apps that I'm going to recommend as my series goes along. But right now, let's focus on these three. So Calendly is an appointment maker, keeper, what have you, that you can integrate into your own website, or you can use as a standalone. There is other options out there like Acuity. Dubsado has its own integrated calendar along with your workflows. Calendly has gone a long way. So it used to just be able to obviously send out your calendar and your clients can sign up and book you for whatever time you have available. You can create different types of event. So this is a 15-minute, 30, etc. This is 1 hour. You can have as many as you want. The good thing about Calendly is they're very inexpensive. So they're $9 or $8 a month, but I pay for the whole year, which makes it even cheaper because it's a business expense. So why not, right? So I always try to go the annual route when I can. And so this allows me to create different types of events. If I just want a 15-minute booking, if I want free a 30-minute free consultation booking, 30 minutes, etc. And what it does, it combines all of your calendar together. And because it's going to allow your calendar to kind of function together or integrate, it's not going to pick out time for one of these. Let's say you have this one is 15 minutes and then this one is 60, and people have booked up all the 15 minutes from here. It's not going to allow them to pick a 60-minute within that same time frame, if that makes sense. So if your 2:30 is booked up and then your next thing is not till 3:30, if they're booking a 60-minute, they can't book 2:30 because it's already taken by a 15-minute appointment. So that works well because you don't have to handle different calendars like, oh, let me see where I have 15 minutes. Let me see where I have XYZ. Now, this is your scheduling page, and just follow instructions to add an event to any of your calendars, etc. And these calendars, again, you can either copy the link and share them to maybe, let's say, your Instagram bio page where you only have one link. If you're all about booking your services, you can copy the link and they can click on it and automatically book you. So that's a really cool, neat thing. And once they get to your scheduling page, this is what it'll look like for them. So let me show you one that has a lot more information on it. So because I have a podcast, I like to vet my guests. And so they are usually available for 30 minutes, which is a co-hosting me. Okay, so we're just going to go here. So what it is it asks you what event, when can people book this event, 30 minutes, 60 rolling calendar days. And here, what you can do is you can go ahead and change how many calendar days into the future. So if you only want them to book you for the existing month, you can change that to 30 days. You can change that to 15 days. You can change that within a date range, indefinitely, how long you want it to be. Here it says use an existing schedule again, so it pulls from your other calendars and kind of tries to mix them together so that they don't overlap, so you don't have overlapping schedules. And then here, this is where you can custom. So if you're not available on Tuesday, you can go ahead and change that, and you would do that in the edit. This is just to show you what it looks like. So this is obviously in the past. So once you click on a date, you can edit the date. You can edit all Tuesdays, or you can edit just this particular date. So if you know that you are going to be available Tuesdays and Thursdays, but this particular Tuesday you're not, so you're going to hit edit date, and it's going to, you can just delete the time so that it shows that you are not available on that date. You hit apply and you're good to go. Feature. And then it tells you to, if you want to add before or after your events, to give yourself some buffer time to prepare or wrap up before or after booked Calendly events. So that's that. So now the question portion of it. So if you have an event that you may want them to answer some questions, you can kind of put that information here. If you want them to answer name, email, and here, I usually kind of leave this for my co-hosting. I have a whole thing written out, but usually I just put, please share anything that will help prepare for a meeting. But you can always ask your own question. You can always change this to whatever it is that you want to say here. So it's nothing that's set in stone there. So that's really good. And then now what's amazing with this and why I'm really recommending Calendly is because before, people were going over to Dipsado to kind of do all of their calendar workflows and things like that. Now Calendly, if you upgrade to the paid version, you can set up automations around your events. So they're called workflows, and workflows are amazing because they help you automate things that you don't really want to do, and they're very mundane to do. So, for example, you can get text notifications before your event. You can get email reminders. So you can do a lot of things here that you can do in CRM applications like Dipsado and ClickUp and things like that. So here you're going to automate all the work you do around events, such as text messages, when events are booked, email reminders before events, and more. So these are some of the most basic workflows that they have available. So email reminder to invitee, reduce no-show, send automated email reminders to your invitees, email reminder to the host, you never miss an event, send a thank you note, which is I think it's really important. You want to send that thank you email to build a relationship. You can do text reminders as well, so you never miss an event, text booking confirmation, and email your own feedback survey. So this is pretty important when you are doing a first consultation, or even after, if your business is around calls, like maybe a coach, you can email your own feedback survey, and that will set up for you, and it will send it out for you. If you want to vet the client that you are speaking with, you want them to fill out a form so you can get to know more information about them. So you can actually do that right here, which I think is so cool that you can do so many things here. Again, this is for the paid version of it. It looks like it's for the pro version. Instead of what I paid, which was $90 something, this is $144 if I were to upgrade to this. I don't need this right now because I have my own workflows, and we'll get into that more as, again, I make this series more and more. But this would be, the annual bill will be $144 so that you can get these workflows if that's very important to you. Right now, I'm not in a dire need for this specific. What you want, if you are a business owner, a small business owner, what you want to do is save as much time as you can. So doing things like this and upgrading where you can so that things flow a little better is going to be beneficial to you. And again, I suggest always to try to pay for the whole year if you're able to. So that is Calendly in a nutshell, basically. So here's where you will set your availability. You will just check off when you are available, what days you're going to be available, and block off any time that you are not. Again, you can always come in here and change your Tuesdays. Are we going to edit all Tuesday? Are we going to edit just one day? And then this exact calendar is going to be used throughout all of your event types. Again, they want to minimize the overlapping of schedules because that is the worst thing ever. Have you ever double booked yourself? I have plenty of times. So this helps with that they integrate that schedule into all of your event types. Now, what's cool about Calendly is that it actually integrates with other tech apps that you may already use, like MailChimp, Calendly for Chrome, which you can add your access your event type links right with Chrome. Obviously Zoom. So if you are hosting your meetings through Zoom, it automatically connects. So what happens is when your client is sent or an invitation to, or they've signed up with you to create that event, it actually sends them a Zoom if you connect it that way, or Google Meet. So you have the two options. If you prefer Google Meet over Zoom or Zoom over Google Meet, you have both options, which work really well. Slack, a lot of people do use Slack, so you can access and share your Calendly links right in Slack, which is perfect. You can do Gmail for workflows. You can send emails for workflows from your very own Gmail account, which is very exciting. You can actually use Stripe to accept payments for events, or PayPal, so one of the two. And of course, which leads me into my very next thing, is that you can integrate with Zapier, which is one of the tech apps that I'm going to recommend to you today. So let's get on to Zapier. So if you've seen my previous video on how to automate your business using Zapier, I'm going to leave a little card, but also show you what that video kind of looks like, a little snippet of that video, so that you can know I went over how to use Zapier. But in this particular video, I am recommending it again. But if you are using Calendly, this is the things that are going to be available to you to use with Calendly. So these are some recommended workflows that you can create using Zaps with Calendly. So again, you could create Zoom meetings for new Calendly events, which you can do right inside of Calendly. You don't have to use Zap. But let's say you have an active campaign. If that is your mail client, your email client, I should say, then you can use it to update the contacts. You can use MailChimp to create your subscribers from new Calendly invites. You can create Google Sheets. If you want, instead of having it to a mail client, you can create your own Google Sheet spreadsheet to keep track of your contacts. You can send text messages. You can send Slack messages for new Calendly invites. So now what you have is a choice, right? So now you have Calendly that asks you to upgrade to $144, or you can do it through Zap and upgrade through them for about $19 a month if you pay for the year. And it allows you to do the things that you can't do inside Calendly without a pro account. So you want to kind of try to figure out which one is going to be more beneficial to you. Because if you upgrade Zaps, you're going to not use it just for Calendly. You're going to use it for Google, for MailChimp, for Trello, for Slack. I mean, there's a plethora of applications that Zapier connects to that I think it's worth it to kind of upgrade your Zapier versus upgrading your Calendly, if that makes sense. Because as you can see, it already kind of does some automation here for you. So to me, there's no reason why you would upgrade your Calendly. So I don't know what this application is, but apparently it connects as well. But also you can send emails via Gmail for new scheduled Calendly events. You can create a HubSpot, create Trello cards for new Calendly events, which is something that I do. You can send Slack direct messages. You can add new Calendly events to Wealthbox. Again, I don't know what that is. You can add your Google contacts. I mean, again, the list goes on and on. Here's Asana for people that like Asana over Trello. There's that option, and the list goes on. So there's no reason why you should not have a Zapier account. Again, I spoke about it. If you go back a few episodes prior, I talk all about automating your business with Zaps. Go watch that. Tell me what you think of it. Definitely leave me a comment if you want to see more of how it performs. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to create just a slight mini course. Is going to be about Zapier and how to connect it to really automate your system and kind of go a little bit deeper than that video does. So definitely stay tuned for that. So yes, Calendly, Zapier, two things that you need. And now we're going to talk about the third one. Now the third one is more specifically for projects, right? So it's going to be for designers, interior designers, graphic designers, web designers. You can use it to house just about anything really when it comes to like project based, very visual based projects. If you are that type of business owner, not saying that coaches can't use it, but coaches are more people and kind of face to face, where designers obviously we're designing for. So we have a lot of moving parts. So as an interior designer, this is my ultimate favorite love. Like I love design files and I've been using it forever. But this came along and I'm like, wait a minute. Like I am in love with this project, with this tech app for my projects. So what it is a digital mood board project. I mean, it's all of it. And it doesn't have, the only thing that doesn't have that design files does is it doesn't have a floor plan mapping for interior designers. But that's okay because I can use both in conjunction. But this is great to house all the moving parts of your project. So as you can see, I have 3 projects going on at the moment. I'm going to show you one that's a little bit more full of details. So when you are in the home section of your Milanote, on the left hand sidebar is going to give you all these little commands that you can do. I'm going to show you what this project looks like. So what's really cool is my son's name is Kal-El, and that is Superman's name. And when I put in his name here, it automatically gave me the Superman symbol, which I think was so cool. Like whoever did that, shout out to you. So let's go into it. So now I changed the color. Okay, so here is what it is. This is your board. So this is your project board, right? So you can have a checklist, almost like a to-do list. You can have boards within this board. So this is kind of like the dashboard, if you will, right? This is the dashboard. It has about the project. This is how, kind of like a checklist of the things that you need to do. Here are some other different tasks, and you can change all of these by going here and picking something. And what's cool about it is that you literally grab something and you grab it and you place it on the dashboard. So everything is super visual. It kind of works like, I don't know, it's just so cool to me. So I'm like loving this thing. And you don't need it, you physically drag it to the trash. So then you have like different sections if you want to go ahead and kind of line them up like that, or you can grab another section and put them under here if you want, here or here, etc. Right? So I'm going to go into the inspiration, which is my actual mood board for this design project. So I'm going to double click and go into here. Now, what's cool about this is that, let me move this thing out of the way. The cool thing about this is that it actually, every board you can select a template. It allows you to put in your hex codes using these kind of like, they almost look like paint swatches that you get at Home Depot or Lowe's, but you can always delete, you can always move. It's not a problem. Again, you delete just by dragging it to the trash can. So when you are working with a color palette, so this is just an image, right? So all I did here was select add an image, either select from one of these, which if you're working on your own design project, you don't need one of these, you need your own. So you upload your own. This is something that I made in Canva with my colors. Now I wanted these colors to show up here. So I just looked for the hex code for these and just made sure I made them down here, and it actually picked up the color that I needed. So I click on here. You can do it from here and it'll say custom color, add your hex code, and you've got your custom colors. You can move these obviously anywhere you want. You can make them bigger. You can make them bigger by squeezing in the page here, etc. So what's cool about this is that you can actually add links. So if you need a link, like for example, have this link. Let's look for any link. Let's do West Elm. Let's say you wanted, let's see, anything here. Okay. Let's say you wanted this table. So you're going to copy your URL. You're going to go back to your board, and then you are going to click the link, move it, drag it into your board, put it anywhere you want. Let's say if this relates to your product, you can put it there. You're going to paste the link, hit enter, and it automatically populates that item for you with a little preview like this. So we'll wait until that. See? So now once you have your project in here and your links and you are working on that project and you need to shop this board, you just literally hit that and it'll take you right to your website, which is pretty amazing. And you can add pictures. This is an image. These are pictures. This is another palette. So this would be, in this case, I'm doing a whole bunch of neutrals, right? These are my warm neutrals, but I'm adding in this mustard color. And so I wanted to bring it down here. This is just, as an interior designer, this is how I work. I like to bring the accent color away from the neutral palette just so I can kind of see how they're going to live together and how they're going to function together, right? So I usually pull it away from the main colors. So you can do that, but you can also do a to-do list. So here in this little section, again, everything is draggable. Take it, drag it. So if you need different tasks that you need to do for this particular image, again, you can move this anywhere that you want or delete it if you don't want it. You can upload a file. So what's really cool is that you can upload something from your Dropbox. Okay, yes, your Dropbox. So if I needed to add this, let's say this PDF, I can go ahead, upload that file. So literally every moving piece for your project is going to be right here for you, that you can open this up and work directly out of here without having to open 10,000 different things. We're going to let that process. And so you can add lines, you can add a board within a board. So you want to do another board that's related to this, you go ahead and do that, change the color, etc. You can add another column. The column's going to look like, let me show you what that looks like. It's going to look like that. You can add, again, anything, really anything that you can think of. See, I've uploaded my PDF, and look, instead of it being just an icon of a PDF, it actually is an icon of the actual document. So now that you have that there, let's say that's part of your plan, it's here for you. You can click on it. You can download it, open it, do whatever you want to do with this. And kind of, if it relates to your project. Now, here's the cool thing. If you are very visual and you're creating, let's say, a course, I think it would be cool to have all your modules, all your moving pieces. If you have PDF workbooks that go along with it, you can have it here. But you can also invite an editor, if you have an editor, your design assistant, your VA, whoever it is, they can come in here and work with you. So you add another editor, you'll send them the invite with through their email address. They come in, and then you invite editors via shareable link. You can do that as well. You'll generate the link and send it over, and they can come into your board and edit with you. So whatever you have, maybe you want to write a little note to them. Hey, such and such, work on this. You can click the note, and let's say I wanted to write, hey Bree, work on this. She knows that she comes in here, she was like, oh, that's for me. Okay, I'm gonna work on this entrepreneur calendar. See, so that is Milanote, and that, again, this tech app is so amazing. I'm so mind blown that I want to do all of my design projects here. I can even import my floor plan in here, and maybe since this doesn't have its own floor plan, which I'm hoping soon that they will do it. I'm going to add a floor plan here, or anywhere really. Here are my ideas. This is another board with ideas that I have, some references, or I can keep everything right here in the main page. Tell me below. So first of all, if you're liking this video, if you like tech videos, if you are digging my style, my vibe, please give me a thumbs up. Please leave me a comment what you want to see next. But also, which one of these is your favorite app? I really hope that you enjoyed every single one of them with me. There's a lot of moving parts to this Milanote. I'm still getting adjusted to it. But I really want to dig in deeper as I do more design work. And I want you to follow me on my design page, which is just Khloé George Vlogs. It's literally my name and the word vlogs at the end of it. I'm going to be showing more of the design aspect, but I really did want to bring this tech app to this page so that you can see that there's another tech app for us designers, creative entrepreneurs, that sort of thing. So I hope that you enjoyed it. I really hope you enjoyed that. Please give it a like. It helps the channel. We all know this. We know the YouTube algorithm. Please subscribe to the channel for more tech videos every single Tuesday, where I help you elevate your business using the top tech apps. Let me know what else you would like for me to discuss, and I will see you again next Tuesday.